The truth is out. I don't only use drugstore makeup exclusively. In all seriousness, I do test and use high-end makeup regularly, so that way I can compare drugstore products to high-end products, and I can let you know what is actually that good at the drugstore. But in this video, I want to talk about high-end makeup that you need to know about. These are products that should be on your radar for when they go on sale, when you have a gift card, or when you see them in holiday gift bundles. That way you can make smart splurges, and you'll know that these products are definitely worth the money. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. Okay, jumping right into it, this first high-end makeup product is actually a newer one in my collection. It's the Lorac Pro Soft Focus Longwear Foundation. This foundation blew my mind the first time I used it because you get so much coverage, but it doesn't feel like a full coverage foundation. It is virtually weightless. Whenever I use this, even if I layer it up, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup. It gives you a soft matte finish, so it's not gonna look too flat, but it is water resistant. This foundation costs $38. Now, on the spectrum of high-end foundations, that's actually not that bad, but it is just a little bit out of my price range for a product that I would assumingly be purchasing regularly, but it's definitely worth the try if you prefer medium to full coverage foundations like I do, but you don't like that caked on feeling or that heavy feeling of makeup on your face. Next up, this is one of my favorite setting powders from a higher end brand because it does work. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. Yes, this will waterproof your makeup. It'll slightly mattify without making you look dry. It does add a little bit of a blurred effect, but that's not really the purpose of this powder. I really put this to the test when I went to Paris last year. It was so humid in September and we were spending all day out doing touristy things. So I packed this powder, I wore it every day, and my makeup looked flawless from morning to night. Now, full price, it's $34. That's a lot for a pressed powder for me. But last spring, it was part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So you can find it on sale every once in a while. Urban Decay does its 20% off friends and family sale every year, Black Friday sales, etc. Definitely worth picking up. Next, I want to talk about my all-time favorite brow product. I've mentioned it a few times here on the channel because I often try to find drugstore dupes of it. It's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is a fine-tipped brow pencil that creates very precise and defined brows. Because this creates ultra-thin strokes that look like real hair, I feel like my brows still look somewhat natural, just very groomed when I use this. Plus, this is a waterproof and very long-wearing brow pencil. This is what I trust for formal events or hot summer days or vacations. This is $24 full price, but I have seen it included in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. Also, Benefit often has their own sales on their website. While we're talking about Benefit, I also want to shout out the Gimme Brow Gel. This is a product that I'll use either on its own or over other brow products to provide hold that is waterproof and long-lasting. Now again, this is $24 full price, but the cool thing is that they actually sell a mini version of this product for $14. Over the years, I don't think there has ever been a Tarte eyeshadow palette that I haven't loved. Their Amazonian clay eyeshadow formula is just so amazing, easy to work with, incredibly pigmented, some of the most pigmented shadows I've ever touched. So easy to blend, and I just love my looks every time I dip into one of their palettes. So this particularly is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Again, got this maybe like 3 Ulta 21 Beauty sales ago. Full price $39, and you know, for eyeshadow palettes, I feel like it's a little less scary to splurge every so often because of how long they last versus like splurging on a mascara or foundation. But if you can get this on sale, even better. I believe it was only $19 when it was part of the 21 days, and for $19, this is a hell of a steal. In the past, I've also been a big fan of the Tarte Man Eater eyeshadow palette. palettes, same eyeshadow formula. And that's the thing too, is that Tarte is so consistent with their eyeshadow formula. I think it's super important to be able to rely on a brand to produce the same quality products like throughout their trajectory and with new releases. I don't know what's more disappointing than buying something from a brand where you think you know their quality and then it's just not up to par. It's happened to me before with Urban Decay and their Naked palettes, like I'm not gonna lie. But with Tarte, every single time their eyeshadow delivers and every single shade in the palettes deliver. So I think there's something to be said for that type of reliability. All right, I know I just threw a little bit of shade at Urban Decay, but 3 of their products are making this video, so they can deal with it. And next, I do want to talk about their 24/7 Glide On Eyeliners. These are so iconic in the high-end makeup scene. They are probably the best eyeliner pencils that money can buy. They come in so many different colors. They are waterproof. They will hang on for dear life. I do love using these mostly in the waterline as well as smudging it out on the lash line. Because you know when you want like smudgy eyeliner, you want it to be like controlled chaos. So with these, I'll smudge them out exactly how I want them to stay all day, and they're not going to increasingly become smudgier throughout the day. They are a set it and forget it product for sure. These are $22 full price, which is heartbreaking because as someone who wears eyeliner a lot in every single look, I just can't stomach that for a product that I do repurchase so often. But whenever I see them on sale or whenever I see them as part of a bundle, I grab it. Next, let's talk about high-end bronzer and blush. Definitely not a product that I would really ever feel the need to go high-end for, but there is a brand that does challenge me on that because of how good their products are. Name a brand more iconic for bronzer and blush than Nars. I gotta say, I was kind of like a non-believer when it came to Nars blush and bronzer, like how good can it be? It's good, it's good. So first of all, this is one of their newer bronzers actually. It's called Kirimba and it's in the matte formula. And the thing is with this bronzer, it just goes on so smoothly, blends out so seamlessly that it ends up just looking like you are naturally super chiseled. Like look at how smooth everything looks. It just blends into the face beautifully. What I find really interesting about this is that it's incredibly pigmented, but it doesn't go on too strong. Like as soon as you apply it and you start blending it out, it just like melds with everything. Especially if you don't feel confident in your contouring skills or your blending skills, this almost does the job for you. $38 would never pay that, but would absolutely buy it on like Black Friday or during a sale. Now on that same vein, Nars is very well known for their blushes and their sort of out there names, in particularly Orgasm. Probably their most iconic shade. It is a peachy pink with golden shimmer, very flattering across so many skin tones. Now again, with this blush, it is incredibly pigmented, but it doesn't go on like clown makeup. It just blends into the skin for almost a natural looking flush of color. But of course you can build it up, especially if you have a deeper skin tone, building it up will make it look more pigmented. Now the thing about this powder as well as the bronzer is that the formula is just so soft and smooth, it makes my skin look smoother than I know it is underneath all this makeup. Face powders are often the culprit in why wearing makeup can make your skin look more textured, but the Nars powders do the exact opposite. And even though this blush does have a shimmer in it, it is very fine, so it's not a shimmery product. I wouldn't classify it as that. It has just enough micro shimmer in it to make your skin look glowy, not glittery. Now, speaking of glowy, I think this next product may be a little bit controversial. A lot of people say it's overhyped, but I disagree. I think it is just the right amount of hyped. And you all know how seriously I take my highlighter. So when I say that the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter is worth it, I'm not just saying that. The funny thing is that it actually did take me a while to try this product because I didn't want to believe the hype. I was like, there are so many great drugstore highlighters, there is probably nothing that makes that one more special. But every time I saw someone wearing a beautiful glowy highlight and I went as far as to ask them, what are you wearing? I just need to know. It was always this. Every time. So then I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. And I mean, bam, bam, bam. Bam. So this is one of those highlighters that is not shimmer forward. It is more pigment forward, which makes it more glowy and sheeny versus sparkly. And that is 100% what I look for in a highlight because it ends up just looking very smooth on the skin. And because it does not rely on shimmer for the glow and there aren't those big chunky particles in it, it doesn't emphasize my texture as much as another powder highlight would. I also feel like with this highlighter specifically over other highlighters I've tried, whether they are high-end or drugstore, like it doesn't matter what angle my face is at, it's always catching the light. And that's what I love. I don't want to have to go, hey there, for you to be able to see my highlight. So I don't know how they do it, but this is a magical highlighter. Full price, $38. Mini size available for $22. But if there's some sort of sale or value bundle or you have a coupon, then it is definitely worth a spot on your shopping list. Let's talk about lipstick. Again, another overhyped, potentially controversial pick. However, after I finally tried this for the first time, I believe it was last year, I was like, oh, I get it. Kylie Lip Kits, or at least the liquid lipstick. I know not everybody really uses lip liner, but the liquid lipstick for sure, I think, is a superior formula to a lot of what you can get at the drugstore. And it is often on sale, not only during like actual sale events, but I often see older, like out of season shades of these in the Ulta clearance section. When these first came out, a lot of people said they were just overpriced ColourPop, and I wholeheartily disagree. This lasts so much longer than the ColourPop lipstick on me, and it feels less dry. The liquid lipstick alone is $17. I believe the liner alone is $12, and together you can get them as a kit for $29. But again, a product that often goes on sale and is definitely worth it if you can find it on sale. And I think on the Kylie website, if you sign up for their emails, you automatically get $10 off. So that would make this super, super worth it. And finally, to top it all off, another Urban Decay product, their all-nighter setting spray. So you can definitely use just this or just the powder, but together, bam, your makeup's going nowhere. But in general, I know that some people prefer sprays over powders, especially if you do tend to have drier skin. And this spray is just like the standard for setting products, in my opinion. It makes your makeup last up to 16 hours, and it's super lightweight. It doesn't feel filmy on your face at all. It dries down really quickly. And what I really like about this is that if you are kind of wearing really matte makeup, it'll sort of breathe life back into your skin so you don't look dry or cakey. Now, full size, this is $33. They do sell mini sizes for $15, which I think would be totally worth it. It's a staple of mine for special occasion makeup or just days where I need my makeup to stay looking fresh. I want to know, are there any high-end makeup products that you always grab if you see them on sale? Tell me about them in the comments below. Today's shout out goes to Ashlyn. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I get a $1,000 Dior makeover and then recreate the look with drugstore products. I'll see you over there. Bye!